I personally don't like smoking weed. I just don't like the way it makes me feel. But I feel like every time I listen to the Beatles, I'm missing out a little bit.
Yeah. It is time.
I'm stoked about this. I didn't even know that. You told me today that this was a Beatles song, and I was like, no fucking way, dude.
I was like, how do you not know that?
I didn't know because I've heard so many bands cover it that
That's right.
I probably thought that it was like the third, like generation of covers, and I was like, oh, that's like the OG. But
That's so true.
Yeah, so
I can understand that. I mean, there has been a lot around, and there's been really great covers of it. I mean, that Prince actually did a really great lead to this song on stage. That's something we should probably react to. It's amazing.
Hell yeah.
But anyway, let's check it out. The Beatles. This is back in 1968. While My Guitar Gently Weeps, one of George Harrison's songs that got onto the album, his double album. And Eric Clapton plays in the song. He wasn't credited on the album's liner notes or anywhere else, but he played the lead guitar in this song. He was friends with George, came in. George convinced him to come to the studio. He was a little bit worried because at that point they were having a lot of conflict within the band, and he was like, didn't really think the Beatles would want him in the studio. But when he came in there, they kind of stopped going at each other's throats during the recording of this, and kind of all relaxed when Clapton showed up, and really, really helped. Kind of along the same lines as Billy Preston when he came in to play keyboards. They kind of changed the mood of what was going on another album they were working on. So
didn't they do that? Like when they played on the roof? Didn't they bring another musician
that was
there?
Billy Preston,
right?
yeah.
And they brought him there to help ease the tension.
Kind of ease the tension and put something else into it because they wanted to have keyboards in it, and they wanted to play live on the roof.
Maybe they learned from this, from Clapton going in there and chilling them out. Maybe they were like, that's the ticket, to get us to not hate each other, is to bring another, energy into this thing.
Yeah, bring somebody there they didn't want to look like that in front of, I guess. But yeah, so it worked out really well. And here's a classic, The Beatles. Let's check it out. While My Guitar Gently Weeps, right here on Galaxy Jams Reacts.
This song is so badass. Still can't believe it's the Beatles that did this first. It's awesome.
Look at you all, see the love that's sleeping, while my guitar gently weeps. Look at the floor, and I see it needs sweeping. Still my guitar gently weeps.
So that's Eric Clapton right there.
Eric Clapton, yeah.
I like how he's hitting that shaker. He's just like, dude, they have like a strange like psychedelic crooning element to like the way that they're singing this right now. You know, it kind of like that's what it reminds me of is like crooning music. You know, and I think it's supposed to be like humbling. Like the whole song is about being humbled by like the instrument, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's the take I get.
Yeah, I was just that's exactly what I was just thinking.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. I was just thinking to myself, like, I personally don't like smoking weed. I just don't like the way it makes me feel. But I feel like every time I listen to the Beatles, I'm missing out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's what this whole experience is. Like, that's the vibe of the Beatles. It's this very psychedelic listening experience. And maybe that's why I've never totally resonated with them, because I've just never really had that experience. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Adam, give it to me.
You know what? This song makes me feel like I'm staring off into a sunset.
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask you that. That's why I was gonna ask you that.
No, I'm kidding. But like the thing that like
why were you in trouble for that? I don't understand why that's like.
apparently I'm not allowed to have feelings, but but no, like I don't pay attention a lot to the lyrics when we listen to the Beatles because I'm just frequently struck by. I think they paint with very interesting colors. Like the way that I always am feeling something new, and I didn't resonate with the Beatles when I was younger because I don't think I was there yet emotionally to really kind of digest all of it. But like just the shifting in kind of the modes and some of the chord structures that they're using, and like this strong paradigm shift that happens like for the chorus, like it's real. You know, they're really good at juxtaposing and like melding together different feelings that like I feel like a lot of other artists just don't utilize.
Right.
Yeah, totally hear that.
And yeah, like I think you do have to be at a certain emotional place or in a very specific state of mind to be able to kind of like go down that rabbit hole. It's not like Robotrix in the chat was talking about The Weeknd earlier being a great like morning shower and shave song. This is not a morning shower and shave song. This is like I need to sit down and I need to think about some shit. And and like you know you're gonna go on a journey and it's gonna be a personal journey and you know like you just have to you have to be in that space for it.
Oh yeah. I think it gets me is like just knowing how kind of the mood was when they're recording these songs, and yet they're phenomenal. You know what I mean? Like if you listen to that whole album, the White Album, it's amazing. Like every single song on it is great. And to write an album and do an album with that kind of tension going on and come out with those levels of songs. Imagine if they were having a great time. What that would have produced as well. One thing that's cool about it, I know that he was reading a book called I Ching. At the time was like this Chinese book of changes, and he was all into like Eastern religions and everything like that too. He first saw the words were like gently weeps and decided to write some kind of song about that. And that's kind of why it explains like those very Zen lyrics that you're hearing. I know, let's say I like look at the floor and I see it needs sweeping, which is very, kind of in that whole like Zen kind of thing, and I think that's where he's getting a lot of the lyrics for this, and that's why it's probably seeming very poetic and very Zen-like as the song goes on. One other thing about it, since they were having such problems, this was actually the first song that Ringo Starr came back to play in the band. He had quit in frustration a couple weeks earlier, and then he returned and he found some flowers in the drums, and I guess that made peace with everybody. That's kind of
nice.
that's the atmosphere though that they're recording this stuff in, which always amazed me that they still got stuff done and produced this and did other albums after this. It's crazy.
Ford's No there in the chat says that George's little falsetto moments really make the vocals. It's still a great tune.
Oh, it's wonderful. Yeah. Yeah.
I agree
He had to
with that.
fight to get the song on the album too. John Lennon and Paul McCartney were not interested in the song at first, but when Clapton came in, it helped convince them to do it.
Yeah, because that's what makes it, you know, like you can't have a song like this and not have like a great guitar lead.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, it's like the perfect like layup to like guitar solo.
I mean,
you
it'd be
know what
really
I mean?
funny though if they had guitar in the title and they just had a no
Yeah.
dope guitar parts.
Yeah, well, right.
That wouldn't have flown.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't have landed. All right, let's jump back in.
I look at you all, see the love there that's sleeping, while my guitar gently weeps.
And like their voices are so like disjointed. It's not all together.
Look at
Crazy.
you all.
And yeah, I do like that little like shaker tambourine part.
Still my guitar gently weeps.
You're so funny.
Oh yeah.
There's another version of this song you could hear on Anthology 3, I think it is, where it's just Paul McCartney and George Harrison playing through the song. It's pretty cool. If you ever want to check that out.
That was cool, man. You know, it's a classic, and it's
Oh,
been
yeah.
covered over and over and over and over again. And I'm really glad that you brought that to the show, man. That was really, really
Yeah.
nice.
You can see why.
No problem.
Yeah,
no problem. Beatles are always fun to listen to.
Yeah, let us know in the comments what you think about this great song, what the lyrics mean to you, and what Beatles song we should listen to next. Hi, this is Mike with Galaxy Jams Reacts. We hope that you enjoyed that React video. Be sure to check out the links below of when we're going to be live streaming our next show and also how to watch full episodes. Please hit that subscribe button. Every single one helps.